Miss Ashley, this is your best. Candace's BS apology. Dylan is out in these streets. Karen wants to be called Diamond instead of Grandma. I don't think anyone told Karen that Ashley is on Giselle's side. That person's name is actually Jamal. I love Wendy being the family woman on this show. She cropped Candace or Karen out. Carter, please grow up and be MLK. Karen did that. That's PR control. You did body shame her. Yes, Chris. I'm proud that Giselle was a little vulnerable at this table. I was really proud of Candace. Does anyone want to go to Surrey County with me? I do appreciate Giselle apologizing though. I'm attracted to women's. I commend Wendy and Eddie. She's calling Giselle's poom fat. These women so shady. This episode made no sense. What up, y'all? It's your girl from Rizzo with Love, back with another recap for the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 6, episode 10, Goddesses of Love. Y'all, this episode made no sense. I just don't understand how Potomac can Potomac like this. Like in one moment, we got Giselle saying Ray and Karen will be dead before I apologize, and then the next minute she's apologizing. Then Karen is saying I'm sorry, but then she's calling Giselle's poom fat. Then Karen wants to be called Diamond instead of Grandma, and she's doing a Surrey County tourism video in Potomac. Like, what is this episode, y'all? Let's get to it. If you're here for the first time, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As I told my Married at First Sight fans, half of y'all, I found out, don't even subscribe. I was looking at my analytics for the very first time, and it said 54% of y'all watch these videos and don't subscribe. I don't understand why, guys. Just hit the button right now, and you'll get these first. Let's go. Also, I just realized I named the episode wrong. It's Goddesses of War, rightfully so. Okay, I'm gonna get to the whole goddess brunch and lunch and all that stuff. But I'm gonna go in order a little bit. So let's first start, let's first start with the Ashley and the Karen lunch, because that was very interesting, because I don't think anyone told Karen that Ashley is on Giselle's side and not on her side. So when she was taking jabs at Giselle, Ashley really wasn't here for her. Why would Karen think that Ashley is team her? I'm confused. But y'all, even before that, little baby Dylan came out. Ashley is taking this man out. There ain't no sip and see. Ain't no let's make sure we get all our vaccinations. Let's make sure we got our doctor's appointment, this, that, and the other. Dylan is out in these streets. If Dylan is the more adventurous child, this is exactly going to be the reason why. You've been inside. You've been in your high rise. You haven't heard much. You hear people talking. And then all of a sudden, you hear this loud fire truck right next to you. This kid is going to be scared to death or crazy and very adventurous. And this is going to be the reason why. Ashley, I hope you're listening. Protect this man, please. But it's interesting how Karen is talking to Ashley, and she's talking about, oh, I really want to look out for my friend. I'm concerned because I know that she's hurting. Like, sis, if you knew that she was hurting, you wouldn't have went in on her like you did at the reunion and continue to go in on her. So this whole, oh, I'm looking out for her and I just want her to say, look, I'm not perfect. I'm hurting just like you guys. I'm here for you, just like Karen. That's not what she's looking for. She ain't concerned. Just the same way that Giselle ain't really concerned about Wendy. These people are messy and they're going in. So miss me with that. Okay, Potomac? And I love when Ashley was talking and she was talking about like the Venn diagrams. Like, y'all, I didn't really retain much from 7th grade, but like, why has everyone, no matter where we are, why has everyone retained the idea of Venn diagrams? Is that like the one thing that we took along with us in 7th grade? Because Ashley used it, and I remember her being the brightest in the box, so I don't know. Also, Ashley said, I just want you and Giselle to go back to how it used to be. I want you guys to be on good terms. Y'all, when was that? I don't remember Ashley being in the season or being on the series when Giselle and Karen were on good terms. It's been so long, y'all, I can't even remember what that even looks like and what that feels like. Okay, real quick for Karen's little side. I liked how they gave everyone a little side in this episode and then they came with the group. I see what y'all are trying to do. That's cute. I don't know if that's purposeful or not. But quick questions. Does anyone want to go to Surrey County with me? I know they weren't shooting it in Surrey, but like, I'm so interested to see how these Farmer and the Dells live. I want to know about Farmer Joe. I want to see about these peanuts and this corn. I could do without the ham because I know what y'all be feeding these pigs. But I'm interested. Let me know if you want to go because I'll go. I actually need to look it up to see how far it is because it has to be far for the fact that Karen decided to do the tourism video in Potomac instead of driving to Surrey, so it better be far. Also, real quick, clap it up for Karen, because her response to the producers as to why she's filming a Surrey County tourism video in Potomac was clutch. She says, Surrey County lives in me, so wherever I go, I bring Surrey County with me. And I say, you know what? Karen did that on the spot. Now on to my favorite part of the episode, a part of the episode that actually made me cry. I actually wish I was recording this so you guys could see my real reactions, kind of like I do with Married at First Sight. But Wendy's conversation, Wendy and her husband's conversation with those kids was so pure and honest and just a real moment. I love that we had that on television. So Wendy and her husband Eddie had what everyone in the Black community knows as the talk with their Black sons. Their daughter's not little, she's too young to even comprehend what the hell's going on. But they had this on camera, and Eddie mentioned that he actually never had the talk, and Wendy was like, do you wish you had it? I want to make sure we have this conversation with our boys, because I don't want them to define their experience outside. I want them to establish what it is inside these four walls. I don't want them to run up against it and figure out what this is. I love that about Wendy. They talked about, the Black Lives Matter movement, and about all the killings of Black people. And her son, I want to say Carter, I actually don't know the difference between the two, but her son said, well, why is it that when I go outside that the cops see me just as a threat? And he was like, I want to grow up one day and be Martin Luther King and make it so that Black people aren't seen as a threat and white people aren't seen as a threat. I always told you I love Wendy being the family woman on this show. That's one thing that I really got from Wendy, that I get from Wendy that I don't get from the other ladies. And that's her being a mom and a wife, which is crazy to say because this is Housewives. Again, Potomac, you don't make sense. And Wendy was honest, right? When she said, I think it's unfair that Black parents have to break their child's innocence to prepare them for the world that they live in. And think about that, y'all. You think white kids are having to have this conversation with their parents at 6, 7, 8, however old Carter and the other kid's name who I always forget is? No. Black kids have to do this because they are confronted directly with racism. So parents have to prepare them and say, look, you might love Billy Joel over there, Caitlyn over here, but watch out because they may not love you the same. They may not see you as just another boy, or their parents may not see you as just another innocent child that they're playing with. I was actually there when my sister, it kind of fell upon this situation where my sister had a version of the talk with one of my nephews. I think I told some people this before. They were playing in the neighborhood and they were playing like hide and seek, and my nephew was like ducking behind, they were all in the neighborhood, so they were like ducking behind houses, hiding behind bushes. And my sister was like, whose house were you at? And my nephew was like, oh, just in the neighborhood. And she was like, wait, so you don't know these people's houses? So let me tell you how you can't do that. Your friends may be able to do that, but you cannot, because the way America perceives a young Black boy, right? He was probably maybe 12 at the time, maybe 11, but America perceives an 11-year-old as a grown man based on his stature or how he is. So think about this Black man in your backyard peeking over your bushes. This person, and Georgia is, they will f you up. This person may be like calling the cops. There is a Black male hiding behind the bushes in my house trying to come in and rob me. And that would not fare well with my nephew, even though he's doing the exact same thing as his white peers. And I can guarantee you that Billy, Calvin, John, whatever their names are, I can guarantee you that their parents did not have to have that same conversation with them. So I commend Wendy and Eddie. And big ups to Wendy for even doing this. But I love that she let Eddie have the conversation as a Black male and with Black sons. And Eddie hadn't even had this conversation as a child himself. So he was having this conversation for the first time. He was giving this conversation for the first time. So I just love this whole moment. I really hope that when they get older, things will be better, but pessimistic Donna does not believe so. Not based on these storming the Capitol and the killings of Black bodies every day. So Carter, please grow up and be MLK. Really quick quickly, Robin's side story was about her life coach. Not too much to say there. Well, actually, two things that I'm going to say there. One is every time somebody asks Robin about the wedding, she always gets like, oh, she gets very fidgety as if she would still have the wedding. But Juan doesn't want to have the wedding right now, so she's going along with it, but she doesn't really feel that. Maybe I read into that, but I'm going to take it. Okay. The other thing that I'm going to say is that she was like, you know, there was a point in life when Juan was down and out and I helped him up. And I would think that he would do the same for me versus like calling me lazy and telling me he's not attracted to me. And then they flash back to a couple of seasons ago when Juan was looking for a job. I don't think that's what she meant. I thought she meant like when his parents passed away and when he was going through all this stuff, how she and her family lifted him up. But you know, if that's what they want to roll with, okay. I should have also listed this in the things that don't make sense because Candace is firing her husband, but rightfully so, because Chris said, oh, what do you want me to do? Drop everything that I have for you? Yes, Chris. That's exactly what a manager does. You no longer have a life. When your artist, when your client needs you, you need to go to them. This is your job now. I don't think people understand what goes into being a manager, especially for an up and coming. Ain't no assistant, ain't no booking agent, ain't no nothing. You are all of these: a therapist, an assistant, a secretary. You're always on call. Chris, yes, we do expect you to be a manager. And moving on to Giselle and her daughters, guys, I live for these moments every season. I hope they never take it away. Giselle, we need to see you talk to your daughters about something every season. They are the funniest, the shadiest, and the realest with you ever. I love the twins. I wish I could tell them apart. We love Grace. She's growing. It's amazing. I will say though, they asked Giselle if she wanted to get married again. And they actually answered for her. She paused as if she was thinking about it. And they were like, no, no, no. I think Giselle does want to get married. She wants that love. She wants that companionship. She wants a life partner. But she's just afraid of getting hurt again. Rightfully so. But I don't think her girls know she actually wants it.
Do you want to get married again? No. No, I could. It's a no.
And last but not least, moving on to the goddess party. Yes, this is my goddess stuff. I don't know why there are snowflakes falling for her goddess. Grecian snow? I don't get it, but let's go. Now, Mia hosted actually the still very confusing, but the best and most healing party, I think she said all season, Shady Boots, because she did, I think she cropped Candace or Karen out. She cropped somebody out, and I lived for that. That lets us know that later there will be some drama too. I love the little sprinkles. Last week, we saw Candace go in on Giselle in the interview, so it lets me know they're about to have some beef. Oh yeah, the salad thing. We know that Mia throws salad at Candace, so that's why she cropped her out. Okay, here's another one, but I just don't feel like I should use this one the whole time. I think we're good with this one. Look, like I have my little halo. I'm all good. What is that? What is this? Oh, you can't see it because my hair is golden too. Got a vitiligo over here. What is going on? Anyway, I do like that Mia said, let's have this, because most arguments are really just miscommunication. I also really like the setup, but of course everybody has to complain. Oh, we gotta walk up this dusty road. No, these are stones leading to a private gazebo. Oh my God, look at the clouds. Can y'all see me? I don't know if I'm a good goddess here, y'all. Should I change this? The clouds are moving or no? They are. Now on to Ashley and Candace, who this may have been the only episode that I haven't been tired of Candace talking about Ashley. I was really proud of Candace actually starting off with saying something nice about Ashley, something that Giselle couldn't even do for Karen, and kind of sort of did with Wendy. No, she did it with Wendy. But like, girl, if Candace, out of all people, can do it, you can do it too. I guess, well, I kind of understand though, because Giselle feels like she came for her family, so. But this was kind of the time. She could have said something very basic, even like what Robin did. These women so shady. But I love that Candace and Ashley have like agreed, like, yo, we are different. And we are okay giving each other space. When I say I'm inviting everybody, Ashley knows it's not her. Before I move into any shade, can we talk about this look? Miss Ashley, this is your best. You killed. Shouts to your glam squad. Couple things that didn't make sense. First off, Candace's BS apology. Oh, I wasn't body shaming you. I was just saying that because I was upset. I wasn't really talking about your body. That's all PR control. We get it, Candace. We understand. You didn't want the world coming for you because you realized what you said was crazy. We could actually tell in the fight. You said it out your mouth and Ashley kept repeating it and you never went back. Okay, true story. I went out to outdoor dining with my homegirls and there was a bug and this motherfucker traveled 100 blocks with me all the way uptown. I currently have no pants on. I took my clothes off and shook it. I shook my hair. Woo, Lord, y'all. I do not like bugs, but it killed him. Anyway, Candace, like I was saying, you wildin'. That's PR control. You did body shame her. You just tried to take it back because you knew how bad it was. I get it. I will say, like I said, I'm proud of Candace because she did say something nice about Ashley, but it didn't make any sense. After on her, calling her a hoe, a milkmaid, wide, making fun of her miscarriages, let's not forget that. She said she admires Ashley walking in her motherhood journey so firmly, which is so crazy. But let's move on, because this episode, again, makes no sense. Okay, on to Giselle and her beef with half the table. Giselle and Wendy. Giselle, that was BS, okay? She tried to come back and be like, Wendy, I wasn't going in on you at all. I was doing this out of concern for you. I was defending you. I support you and your husband. All of that is to make Wendy look bad for the way in which she went in on Giselle. That's all that was. Giselle was not prepared for the wrath of Wendy. But I'll tell you one thing, she's not gonna go in on her again. Or at least this time she'll be a little more prepared. My bad, I didn't realize that last one echoed, sorry. I do appreciate Giselle apologizing though. And I do think that Wendy and Giselle can move forward because Wendy understands that she went in and she went all the way in. And if she didn't want Giselle to go in like that, she shouldn't have gone in like that either. So I think they both are a bit remorseful. I also am like proud, and Candace mentioned this, I'm proud that Giselle was a little vulnerable at this table. I hate that she feels like she can't be vulnerable. Most of the women feel like they can't be that way in the group. Because all these women are just gonna, I said women's, I'm attracted to women's, because they feel like they're gonna use it against them. So I'm proud of her. But I am not proud of the fact that she somehow found a way to bring it back to Karen. She said, you know what, this moment is good, but let me tell you, if you're looking for somebody who destroys families, it's not me, it's her. Not Giselle, that person's name is actually Jamal. And also, she said, Candace brought up, oh, did you know about that girl and the rumors that Monique brought up in her binder? And Giselle was like, yeah. But y'all remember? Andy was like, well, what do you think about these rumors of this woman? And Giselle said, I don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth. If it was true, wouldn't you say something like, I already know that. Jamal and I already spoke about that, so that's invalid. Instead, you let her have that moment and seem as if this was some new information and she was actually poking at you. So I don't know if I believe that. But I do like when Karen found out that it was affecting her children, Karen did apologize for that. Now, Giselle, that was not an apology for you. That was an apology for the children. You know, kind of like how you saying Eddie is cheating on their mom could affect their children, or like anything about Ashley and Candace and anybody else who has a husband or children, but you know, whatever. What do I know? I did like the flashbacks that Bravo did when they showed all the times that Giselle apologized to Karen. I needed that for me to see like Giselle is a good person, because this season I'm just seeing a lot of nastiness, and it's not the Giselle that I've known to like. So I do appreciate that reminder. And it seems like she and Karen are on the road to like at least moving somewhere. I don't know how long this will last, or if it will last, or what the old times that they talk about coming back will look like. Because again, I have no idea what a happy Giselle and happy Karen are. I can't even remember that far back. But it's a step in the right direction, at least until the reunion, when Karen finds out that she not only talked about Ray being dead, but Karen and Ray being dead. So like I said, y'all, this episode made no sense. Like zero. Everybody contradicted everyone. There was a lot of like, arguing and making up and kind of I'm okay, even though I just went for like some stuff that I would never forgive. And then people were still talking shit about people on the side too. I'm just, it's interesting. This doesn't make any sense. But you know, hey, we're in a better spot. At least for one episode or half of an episode, right? We'll take it. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next week. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend, repost, retweet. Do what you have to do. Subscribe. Hit the notification so you know the next time I post a video. I am so glad to be here. Y'all, there have been so many like positive moments that have been happening from these videos with this channel, with my Instagram. I just want to thank y'all for coming along on this journey with me and helping me to grow. If you're here now, that means you are like a ride or die because we only going up. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next week. This has been From Rizzo with Love. Bye.